One of the big questions we get when our sales guys are walking through a quote with someone is hinge direction. When we provide you a quote, Conestoga requires that we provide a hinge direction, which is only to give them the instruction to hinge bore the door. So you'll see on your quote, hinge left, hinge right, hinge pair. And sometimes customers will call us and say, hey, that door is specified as left and it should be right. And what we want to talk about in this video is why that in most cases is irrelevant and the cases where it is relevant. And here's why it's really not relevant in most cases. The door in my left hand here is a square panel door, no cathedral, no arch. So this door can be flipped either way. What happens is when you get this door, if you specify it as right hinge, and when you get it to your house, you're like, you know, I want that to be left hinge, you can go ahead and flip the door and make it a left hinge door. It's not that big of a deal. All the hinge location instruction on the quote gave Conestoga was it needs hinge boring. So that's going to put the slots at the back here, the cups. There's no preparation done to the cabinet box itself. So when you mount the hinge body to the front frame of the cabinet, the way our video on hinge boring shows, you're screwing that hinge body into virgin wood. So it's not like by changing hinge direction, you now have ugly holes somewhere on the other side of the cabinet. Not the case. So you can flip a square door any way you want. Now, there are situations where they're not as popular these days, but people do want cathedral doors. In this case, there can't be a flipping of the door. This is a distinct left and right application, and so you as the homeowner, we don't know your design oftentimes. You're just providing us with a list of the cabinets. We need to know if you want it left hinged or right hinged so that we can put the hinge cups on the back of the door in the proper location. So cathedral doors will always have to be specified if it's a single door cabinet. Double door cabinet, it could be pair. So there's going to be a left door and a right door. Those are easy, but a single door application, base or lower or upper, we need to know the hinge location. Another situation that may get you is if you have an asymmetrical door where you can't flip it, but doesn't have a cathedral, but you can't flip it. For instance, say you've got a door where it's a single cabinet, you have a small glass panel at the top and a large wood panel at the bottom, and you're trying to create like a transom look. We have to know if you want that door right or left hinged because you can't flip that door upside down. It's going to have a top or a bottom. Another situation is where customers will say they want to change the location of these hinge cups. They want to move them in. Maybe they're doing a reface job and they have to clear their existing hinge body or whatever. And so they say, hey, the bottom hinge, I want it to be 5 inches up. The top hinge, I want it to be 3 inches down instead of 3 and 3. Well, that's no longer a flippable door because that 5 inch has to be at the bottom. So you need to tell us left or right hinge. So we just wanted to walk you through that because it gets confusing on the quote and a lot of people get bound up on hinge direction, and in 90% of the cases it doesn't matter. We just wanted to talk you through the situations where it does matter. If you have any questions at all, your sales rep's always eager to help talk you through things and settle any issues you may have. Just give them a call, 888-211-6482. They're always happy to talk to you. Thanks for watching.